Hey, everybody coming in. Thornton Township meeting. It's a special meeting. It's an annual meeting. Let's see something. I gotta check these battery packs. Sorry. Okay. Hey, hey, everybody joining. I'm trying to get these batteries things going, y'all. Hold on. Just bear with me. Y'all know me in this battery pack saga. Hold on. Okay, that didn't work like I thought. Okay. There we go. Okay. Oh, it just bumped me off. That was crazy. It bumped me off of Facebook. Hey, YouTube. Let me come back on Facebook. That was crazy. Okay, y'all. We're at the Thornton Township meeting. It's a special meeting. Hey, yeah. Uh-huh. Hey, pretty. How are you? Good. You got a beautiful smile. Yes. Hey, everybody joining. I'm about to show her how to do something. You want to do? Yeah.
I use the iPad every day
Oh,
for
okay.
work.
That's
Oh,
YouTube?
no, that's Pandora.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna send it to my friend.
Oh, go back to it, though.
Okay.
The actual, and then we'll go from there to get it to your friend. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Is this it? The song is playing? You
Yeah.
see something say share? Um,
Yeah.
yeah, right there. And then it's going to go to messages. Now type in your friend's name or number. I saw Trusty Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Okay.
Miss Mary.
And then just
Uh-huh, and then just click that.
okay.
Just that arrow, that up arrow.
Okay. I'm gonna say this is the song that I was. No, I
Why
don't
don't you
want.
send it first, and then you can go back to the messages and
Yeah.
just tell
I
her.
sent it.
Yeah. Hey, everybody on YouTube and Facebook land. Thank you. Oh, there's Stephanie. Y'all, is my lens okay? And can y'all hear me okay? Look at that pretty little girl right there. Yeah, you got a voting thing? You're just holding it though, right? You're a future voter. Yes, there's Trusty Gonzalez. Nate Fields back there. Miss Mary. Stan's Brown's wife right there. I didn't know who she was at first. They got it set up differently, like how they had it set up last time, which this is better. Melanie, how do you like this setup? Do you? It looks more spacious to me. Yeah. Yeah. The what? Oh, yeah. True. Yeah, very much so. Hey, YouTube land. Let me see some comments. Hey, everybody. Hey, Carol. Let me make Carol a mob. What am I doing? Okay. Can someone share on Dalton politics, please? There's the, is that the clerk? Yeah. It's a pretty color. So when they start, I'm gonna set my camera down. So it might be a nice turnout because we get these things to vote with today. So our vote is powerful today. We have to register to get these. This is an annual meeting first and then a board meeting second. Right back to back will follow. There's Gardas. There's Miss Miss Mary. Here's the next Thornton Township trustee. One of them. She'll be right there after May 5th, I think, or it might be May 10th for the Thornton Township. Sergeant Storm, hey. I'm good. Yes. Everything should be okay tonight. Look at Clerk. Hey. I'm good. How you doing? I am doing very well, thank you. Sergeant Swan speaking. Paul, where's Jennifer? Where's Jennifer? Where's Jennifer? Oh, she's not coming? She's not coming here, Miss Mary? Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, okay. I'll be done. Dropped everything if I get up. There's Miss Mary and Paul Roberts. Oh. Yeah, my outfit is just not cooperating. I'm having a wardrobe malfunction. Okay. Belt not doing right. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to go fix my wardrobe if I can't get it. Hold on, y'all. This is crazy. Just give me a second. Wardrobe malfunction. Okay, there's the bathroom. I'm good. How you doing? Okay, y'all. This is crazy. I gotta go to the washroom and I'm gonna have to pause everything. Hold on. Ah! It's raining on my thing. Y'all, I'm having all kinds of problems. Okay, there we go. Okay, y'all. I am so sorry. That was crazy. Okay, I am back. Hey, Stephanie, how are you? Good. Stephanie, okay, y'all. Oh, that's the one that ran for clerk. Sorry about that, y'all. That was crazy. I had to go fix that problem. Let me fix that. Okay. Hey, everybody. Hey, Alicia. Carolyn. Hey, Carolyn. I'm on Facebook in the comments. Jay. Billy. Jay Billionaire. You hear that Tiffany's car is here. Oh, really? That's interesting. She may go out with the bang. Over here anyway. I mean, it's not going to make a difference, especially during this meeting. There's Dan Brown's wife. It's hot in here. So when it's time, y'all, I'm going to set my camera. Hold on, let me get a preview of how I'm going to be set up. Hold on, let me. Yep, that's how I'm going to be set up when it's time. Matter of fact, I'm going to set up like that right now. Oh, this is cool. I could fan with this. I didn't even realize I could actually fan with this voting thing. That's right on time because I'm so hot. You are welcome, flying high, front row, yes. Yes, you're very welcome. Thank you for watching. If everyone can like, please, I would appreciate it. So for those on Facebook, I'm also live on YouTube at for Alicia Nicole. I'll put the link right in the comments, and it's the number 4, then ALICIA, and then Nicole NICHOLE. There's the attorney. She was showing up via Zoom. She's in person today. There's Dan Lee. Hold on. When you're in the front, you got to keep turning around. Hold on, let me get my stick. Oh, okay, there we go. Sorry, y'all. There's Dan Lee. I don't see his wife, Camille. Hey, Brooke. Hey, moderator. How are you? Thank you for being here. I can always count on y'all. Hey, Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee, where's Camille? I like that coat. Buffalo Soldier. So, hey, what'd you say? Hey, oh, thank you. I said, where's
Camille?
Yeah.
She said she can't do 2 days.
Okay,
And I'm on
it
one
is
leg,
a lot. I mean, not really. You mean figuratively, not literally, right? Oh, okay. Okay. Did you see any cars out there? Did you see any cars out there?
Yeah.
You
A
did?
lot of stores.
No, I mean the main one, Tiffany's car.
I don't know what the car looks like.
Oh, you don't? It's
I only
a white
look at it when she comes
BMW.
through here.
Oh, okay.
It's a non-person.
Okay. I know that's right. Okay. Look at Dan's Buffalo Soldier jacket. He's definitely a soldier. Dapper Dan. Hey, Clark. You look pretty. She always looks nice. Is that Carmen? Oh. So, who did I see? I saw Trustee Gonzalez, Trustee Wiedemann. I know Carmen is coming. So it'd just be Darlene and Tiffany. The clerk is here. The attorney's here. So safe to say we will have a meeting regardless. Somebody's saying, hey, let me catch up to the comments. Hey, Angela. Wait a minute. Hey, Beth. There's my Beth. And I've been looking around. I guess I could stop looking because you're not coming. But I hope you're feeling better. Hey, shy girl. Dan the man. Yes, Skeeter. So, Gloria, Skeeter said you heard that Tiffany's car's here? Okay, that's interesting. I didn't see it when I came. I've been here since maybe like 5:40, somewhere around there. So they're getting in position. We're just waiting on Carmen, which I know she's coming. She was here last night. Hey, Miss Price. Here's Thelma. Where's grandson? He back with his... Okay. She's on grandma duty last night. Hi, Common Sense. And thank you, Beth, for that compliment. You're welcome, Miss D. Thank you for the compliment. The lawyer's here in person because she knows Tiffany ain't around, so she had to pop up with the... Oh, right. So she had to put up with the ghetto mayor stuff. It's going to go smooth. Hey, Connie Baker, and thank you. Hey, Yolanda. Messy Creations. Oh, yes. I'm sorry, I'm reading them comments. Yes. Oh, look, there's Trustee Belcher from Dalton. A lot of people show up for this annual meeting because our voice is heard. Again, with these, it allows us to actually vote in this process. Hey, loved. Hey, Kia, I need your coat vendor. For real, her coats be giving. There's future trustee Stubbs. Yes. So, Ernesto, hey. Tiffany is, what does that say? Hold on, let me go back. Tiffany is telling me, me flirting with Jamal. Oh my gosh, that's a stretch. I am not in the least bit interested in Jamal, Kamal, Leotis, name it. I'm not interested. So yeah, I forgot this young lady, but she's always part of like the bigger processes. This lady here, I don't know her position though. As Beth, if we can do something about the noise ordinance, especially from across the street. I'm not sure who that was too. Oh, there's Carmen. I knew she was coming. Carmen shows up. Yep, so we can get this show on the road after we probably wait a few minutes. I guess I gotta give her a little time.
How you doing?
Casey, we have a neighbor who oh, okay. Okay, that's Beth. Yeah, the attorney is in the house. Connie. Thank you, Connie. I just saw the compliment. Thank you. Thank you again to my moderators. Thank you for everybody watching. Thank you for the compliments. Thank you for watching on Facebook and YouTube.
Good.
I
Yeah.
really appreciate it. I got some heavy hitters around me. Y'all see these heavy hitters? Heavy. Hey, I'm good. How about you? Good. No.
Thank you for doing everything
Oh,
that you ever. I might understand.
I'm sorry.
No, give me a little. Come on.
Okay, nice
Thank
to
you for
meet
coming
you.
out. It
You're
was
very
good.
welcome. Nice to meet you. It's a pleasure. Thank you. Byron Stanley, you guys. Yeah. Oh. What's, oh, got it. Okay. Thank you. I didn't know that. Thank you. Like to stay in the know. So he wants to be the moderator tonight. I like that he introduced himself. You're welcome, Rashonda. That goes a long way. He just wants to moderate tonight. Stephanie actually moderated this last year. Didn't Stephanie moderate last year? To Tiffany's chagrin, she didn't like that. Chagrin, excuse me. Butchered that. Yeah. Thelma, they're saying hello. I'm so behind on the comments. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and put my camera down. No, ma'am, I'm not. All right, I appreciate it. Of course. Babe, solo.
I'd like to call the annual town hall meeting of electors of the Township of Thornton to order. Today is April the 8th, 2025, and it's 6:08 p.m. Can we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Okay, y'all are walking. The flag is over there.
State statute. Legal notice of the annual meeting was published in three most public places at least 15 days before the meeting. The notice of meetings were published in Thornton Township, South Holland Building, Riverdale Building, Calumet City Building, and in the Shoppers newspaper in Southtown. For the record, state law limits active participation in the annual town meeting to registered voters residing with Thornton Township. Therefore, anyone wishing to make a motion, second a motion, ask a question, make a comment, or otherwise address the chair must state clearly their name, full name, address, and verification of residency. Now, I would like to have nominations from the floor for a moderator to conduct this meeting.
It's on the screen, I know where it is.
You, please come to the mic and say your name and address. And the same thing when you're second the motion.
I, Sonia Bradley, a resident of South Holland, Illinois, at 15532 Maple Street, nominate Mr. Byron Stanley as the moderator for tonight.
I, Casey Nesbitt, second that motion.
Did you go out and come back in? Did you go out, come back in?
Yes, yes.
15125 Ashland, Harding, Illinois, 60426.
Are there any other nominations? The nominations are closed. Can I have a voice vote saying yea or nay, first yea, to nominate, to approve the nomination for Byron Stanley? All in favor, please say yea.
Yay!
Those nay, any nays, please say nay. The yeas have it. Mr. Stanley, could you please come to the front?
All right, guys. Yeah. All right. Mr. Stanley.
He won. You didn't get it.
You know what?
You got a filter.
It's these buttons right here. It's the button. I want to go vertical. It's like that.
Raise your
It
right
tells you
hand.
which one is vertical.
I state your name.
I, Byron Stanley,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
and impartially
and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of moderator
of moderator
at this town meeting
at this town meeting
to the best of my ability.
Orientation locked.
Before we get started, I'm going to talk with the attorney with you rules. Information that you need.
Why not? One back in.
How you locked that? How you locked your orientation? How'd you do that? Got it. How'd you do it? What'd you press? Sorry, y'all, I'm being quiet. Because I want to pay attention since we're voting.
Second.
Before, I'm sorry, moderator, but anyone who wants to make a motion and second, they have to come to the mic, please. Thank you.
My name is Stephanie Weidman. I live in 21 Mohawk in Thornton, and I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from the board meeting on April 9th, 2020.
Valerie Stubbs, 14801 Martin Luther King, Belton, Illinois. I second that motion.
She's just getting practice. She's about to be a
It's been
trustee.
moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All
Aye.
opposed say nay. The motion carries. All right. We'll now hear the 2025 financial reports. I invite a representative from the finance department to present the following fund reports. General assistance
okay.
fund,
She's
general
from
fund,
finance.
road and bridge fund.
So I thought it would be Robert. Wow.
Hi, my name Hi, my name is Laura Fugrat. I am from John Casper Company in Calumet City. I am here to present the annual town report as prepared by the finance director. Unfortunately, he was not able to be here today due to illness. So if there's any questions on this report, I would ask you to direct them to the finance director as he was the one who prepared the report.
Should be interesting.
Yes, Robert. So,
You should be here.
the total real estate tax revenue was $9,651,086.95. The total miscellaneous revenue was $707,941.80, totaling for the general assistance fund revenue to be $10,359,028.75. The administration division, total expenditures were $3,456,897.26. The relief division expenses were $336,902.76. The total food pantry expenses were $1,743,864.12, making the total expenditures $5,537,664.14. The total net change in fund balance was an increase of fund balance of $4,821,364.61.
So I guess that's the surplus.
The total assets in the general assistance fund were $26,965,322.26. The total liabilities were $8,780,578.45. And the total ending fund balance was $18,184,743.81. The total cash on hand as of February 28th, 2025 was $3,514,763.30. And the total investments on hand as of February 28th, 2025 was $8,631,883.83. The total the 2024 general assistance fund tax levy was $7,650,473, and the total amount of outstanding town indebtedness is $124,039.75.
they were that great, he would have been here
And
giving
that
his
is
report.
the
If they
summary
were
for
that
the
great.
general assistance fund.
He couldn't even face everybody because he knows those numbers
All
are
right,
inflated,
so then for the
allegedly.
town fund, the total real estate revenue, real estate tax revenue was $8,453,000. Oh, you want me to, okay, sorry.
Are there any questions in regards to the general assistance fund?
Do we have to, is there a surplus?
Yes, there,
And what's the surplus?
there was a surplus.
Which was, what was that amount?
Oh, sorry, let me just flip back to that page, I apologize. So the total surplus of revenues over expenses was $4,821,364.61.
And that's the general assistance fund?
That's the general assistance.
Thank
fund.
you. Someone write that down. Thank you.
No problem.
Can I have a motion to accept the report on file?
And just for the benefit of the public, it's not to accept the report to say that everything in there is true and accurate, because, you know, obviously, I don't know if anybody has any questions on it. It is really a motion to say that this is the report that was presented at today's meeting and will be accepted on file.
I'm Teresa Cameron. I'm a resident of Harvey, Illinois. I live at 14520 St. Mark Street, Harvey, Illinois. And I motion that we accept the report as given to us.
It's fine. Nate's going second.
Nate Field, I'm a resident of South Holland, Illinois, 15475 Merrill Avenue, and I second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Yeah, we get to be part of the process.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay.
Nay.
Gotta count with the fees.
At this time, since we really couldn't tell based upon the voice vote, it's recommended that we do a shadow count. So we're going to redo that, and the moderator here will call for the ayes again. And everybody that's voting aye, raise your paddle, raise your aye.
For real, because I thought we had to accept it, but we don't have to. If we don't accept it, what happens? It just
All in
is
favor,
not
please
accepted.
raise your paddle.
Say that again.
Motion to accept it is written.
Okay, but we can still dispute it later.
Absolutely. So just, you know, again, to remind everybody, this is not to say that you're agreeing or you're not to the report. This is to say that this report is presented before you today, and it's going to be accepted on file.
And if it's not accepted, what happens?
Well, yeah, let's get to the vote first. I agree with the clerk, and let's see, and then.
Okay. I guess we'll find out, because I don't trust those numbers at all, and Robert Hunt should have been giving them.
We couldn't hear you, you said, let's just get like an average with the clerk, or we couldn't hear what clerk Will said.
Oh, I'm sorry, the clerk had just said, let's see if it passes first before I answer that question.
But
The question from Mr. Field was, what happens if it doesn't get accepted on file? And I'll just answer now. It just means it doesn't get accepted on file, it's not on file, and it could potentially say that you guys didn't, that it wasn't presented properly. at
Okay,
this board
yeah.
meeting, Which it was, it is being presented at this board meeting. So as the attorney, my recommendation is to accept it on file. Again, that does not mean that you agree with the content.
it should have been presented by the finance director, I feel, not by someone that is for the first time giving that report.
Is there any additional discussion? All in favor, please raise your paddle.
Nice and high, everyone, as high as you can go.
Few people. Mine's not raised because I feel like Robert Hunt should be giving that report. He just threw her under the bus.
All opposed, please raise your paddle.
Hand is raised.
The ayes have it, motion carries.
Well, at least we got to voice it.
Now we will move on to the general fund.
All right, for the general fund, the total real estate tax revenue was $8,453,568.74. The total investment income was $1,123,368.53. The total other income, refunds, and reimbursements was $544,550.31, bringing the total revenue to $10,121,487.58. The total administration division expenditures were $4,616,808.91. The total special services division expenditures were $95,038.75. The HAP division expenses were $899,713.12. The Department of Youth Services expenditures
This is
were
important.
$1,226,480.93. The Transportation Division was $908,117.15. The Community Outreach and Engagement Department was $1,218,850.54. The Senior Services Division was $1,637,408.89. The Cemetery Department was $12,000. The Clerk's Department was $41,279.30. And the Assessor's Division was $369,571.04, bringing the total general fund expenditures to $11,025,268.63, bringing the net change in fund balance to a deficit of $903,781.05.
That was a deficit?
Deficit, yep. The total assets for the general fund were $19,785,140.28. The total liabilities were $99,720.36, bringing the ending fund balance to $5,585,419.92. The total cash on hand as of February 28th, 2025 was $6,260,549.96. And the total investments on hand as of February 28th, 2025 was $5,816,611.88. The total tax levy for 2024 general fund was $12,995,356, and the total amount of outstanding indebtedness was $278,639.04. It's the total amount of outstanding indebtedness.
Thank you. Is there a motion to accept the general fund report as presented?
Some discussion.
Is there a
Just don't
motion
motion.
to accept the general fund report as presented?
You know, get this canister.
Kiana Belcher, 742 Evans Court, Dalton, Illinois. I make a motion to approve the red general fund numbers.
Valerie Stubbs, 14801 Martin Luther King, Dalton, Illinois. I second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
My name is Paul Roberts, 18525 Clyde Avenue in Lansing. I'm sorry to be a gadfly landing in your cooked bowl of porridge. But my question was, before the general assistance was presented, we were informed that there was no one here to answer questions. So why are you asking for questions or discussion? If I'm allowed to ask a question, it is to the Casteric firm. Are you willing to audit this year's report? And if so, what is the difference from last year?
If I can explain, these are unaudited reports. So these reports come, and that's what the statute provides, is that these are unaudited reports. The township undergoes an annual audit, so every year there is an audit of these funds. So
Well, where do these numbers come
This is a
from?
Right.
requirement of the township code that unaudited reports be presented at the annual town meeting, so you guys can get a snapshot of where you're at right now.
That we're
Says
being
who?
asked whether to accept the report. Aren't we being asked to vote on accepting fact or fiction?
No, you're just being asked to accept that a report was presented and that the report says what it says.
Oh, that's a
It's not-
no-brainer. Why are you asking us?
Well, that's what I was trying to explain at the beginning, is that.
That is
you're
true.
You're not voting on whether you agree with the numbers that are in the report, whether the numbers are an accurate reflection. Again, these are unaudited reports, and the statute does provide that unaudited reports get presented at the annual town meeting. So that's why you're being asked to accept it, to put it on file. And then it'll be kept on file with the township. And at the audit time is when all these accounts do get audited.
Okay, so we need them on file.
And those audit reports are uploaded to the comptroller's office.
Okay, so I want to know what is going to come permanent record? Why are we voting for something that we don't have what we're supposed to? We went through this the last time.
I'm sorry, can you step up to the microphone?
We went through this the last time. Why are we voting on stuff that we don't have the initial and the real papers? This is not, if this is not ready, we should not be voting on this.
The statute requires.
I don't care what the statutes require. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. I said, I don't. I didn't ask what you care about. I said, I don't think that it's fair for us to be looking at something that you have not definitely made accountable. I'm back there looking at this paper, rattling through it, finding the numbers. I'm not gonna let you make a fool out of me.
Come on now.
Ma'am, I'm not trying to.
Okay, so let's start over again. Let's start over.
I'm explaining what the
Let's start
statute
over.
requires.
Let's start over.
I don't either. And there's no receipts, nothing to support it. There's no supporting anything.
Just for discussion purposes.
Yes.
When this is put into records, it has on hand February 29, 2024. It may be a typo, but dates matter.
Yes, they do.
So please
Yes,
make
they
sure
do.
that those dates are corrected because this wasn't a leap year. This has last year's date on there, 2025.
Wow.
Which page are you referring to? This is
Wow.
15.
Wow. Did the audit, the task force, did they notice that?
So I think that that's a reflection of what was occurred last year.
Okay.
And the bottom total is what is happening now. So that's to show you the difference between the numbers from last year and the numbers from this year.
Right, but at the top it says cash on hand So of last year, the cash on hand was 11 million, or is the cash on hand 11 million for 2025?
Last year. That's my
Okay, so
understanding
this,
how the report reads.
so the report reads, so as a breakdown of cash on hand, February 28, 2025 would be this year's number.
Correct. The
All right, I
600.
just wanted clarification so we can make sure that, because it is a little confusing the way it's broke down when it's getting that information.
Understood.
Good questions. Great question. Girl, you got that bright light on.
Casey Nesbitt, clarification question. We're not voting to pay these items or to. They already paid. We're just voting, this is what you're presenting to us.
Right.
And we're just saying, yes, this is what you presented. Because the trustees have already voted for this.
So yes, correct. Basically, what it is that this is what has already been done, if you will. This is this is supposed to be a reflection, an unaudited reflection of what has been spent, what has been brought in, what the investments have yielded, and so on. So all these things are detailed in the report. That's supposed to be a snapshot of what's happening right now. And moving forward, once the fiscal year is done and the fiscal year is audited, any sort of discrepancies would be corrected in the final audit. So this is basically a snapshot of where we're at now. It's as if, you're looking at your own finances and, before you do your taxes, say 6 months prior to your taxes, you're looking at, okay, where am I at right now? What's my money flow? What's my possible tax liability to go later? And then later when you do your taxes, that might change. So this is just a snapshot of what's happening now. And again, it is an unaudited report. I do understand that causes people some angst. That's not something that we have any charge over them. It is what the state statute requires, is that an unaudited report be presented by the supervisor's office with the finance department and the superintendent.
Valerie Stubbs, 14801 Chicago Road, Dublin, Illinois. So let me get a little clarity. So allegedly, this is supposed to be correct, and this is what we're voting on. It might change, and it might not change. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it's just, all your vote is to say that this is what was presented.
That looks so cute.
This is what you're presenting to us, and it might not necessarily be right, but it might be right.
Correct.
That's not a good vote.
This is the way the statute's written,
Yeah.
so we just have to comply with what the statute requires.
Thank you.
That's breaking it all the way down.
Dan, 15249 Dante Avenue, Thornton, Illinois. In the event that these figures are proved inaccurate, could you kind of walk us through briefly about what happens after that? I mean, if these numbers have been proven to be, say, tampered with, what are the next steps, at least to your knowledge anyway, that happens? And will there be another meeting to confirm the confirmed numbers, or will we be here next year doing this again?
So every year you're going to do this. This is a requirement of the annual town meeting.
I mean, as far as these figures are concerned,
So these figures will be fleshed out at the audit, when the township does its audit. And the audit does get presented to the board for approval.
When is the audit?
When the audit does get presented to the board for approval, which is usually sometime after the.
I don't know why you can't hear.
Been done.
It's not muted.
What is your fiscal year? March to February, right? March to February, so I don't know if the audit is in process yet. That would be a question for Mr. Hunt, and unfortunately, I don't know if the audit
I
is in
think
process. Actually,
the mics are
I
low.
can tell you, I do believe the audit is in process, and the reason I say that is that as an attorney, our law firm, if we have any litigation cases that we're handling for the township or any sort of potential liability, we get an audit letter requesting us to present certain information to the auditor. You have received and responded to that letter, to the best of my knowledge. So that tells me that the audit is. So the audit.
And it tells you the audit is in progress? or-
It is in progress. It is.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought you were still looking for an auditor.
No, yeah, I believe that we do have an auditor. So the audit is in process, and the audit will be presented at the board meeting, and will be made available to the public.
Valerie Stubbs, 14801 Chicago, Martin Luther King. I have one more question for the spirit group.
What you looking at me like that for? Because you loud. Kind of loud.
Do you all prepare annual,
You are, though. I'm
do
saying
you
that,
all
that's why I
prepare
asked. I
an
asked if you
annual
were.
report to present to the board to show where you need to cut your expenditures? Can you do that here?
So, sorry, just so I can, everybody hears. We do not show where to cut expenditures because that's ultimately not our decision as an auditor. It's management's decision of where things are gonna get cut. But what we do.
Suggestions, that's what I meant, suggestions.
I'm trying, so our firm is separated by consulting team and auditing team. I'm on the consulting team, so I don't work on the audit side as often. Usually if there's something that's blatantly stand out to us, we'll let the management know. But it's not necessarily anything in a presentation. If you request that of us, that's not saying that we couldn't do that, but that's not typically part of the auditing procedure for any audit that are prepared.
Okay. In the village of Dalton, every year, you all prepare and gave it to the board on your suggestions, and let me correct what I said, suggestions on where we should cut the spending or where we can increase the spending.
Okay, so the difference is that that's consulting contract, and you're asking about the audit. We also do have a consulting contract with you guys, so if you guys engage us to help you with that, we could help you with that. But that's the difference between the audit and the consulting side. So you were asking about audit, that's why the different clarification. So yes, we could do that for you. But it wouldn't necessarily be on the audit side, it would be on the consulting side.
Okay.
And if I may add something, every audit also contains a management letter.
That's what I meant, the management letter, I couldn't think of it.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
Yeah, I was talking about the management letter.
Yeah, and so the management letter typically says, okay, here's what you're doing right, here's what you're doing wrong, here's where you could fix things, here's some holes in your processes and procedures that need to be plugged up. So it essentially tries to, it doesn't tell you where and how to spend per se, but it tells you how to track things better so that you are more accountable.
Exactly, and you all didn't do that for the township.
So our firm for the 24 audit, once again, I was not on that audit, so I don't know what that letter contained, because I am on the consulting side. But yes, we did prepare one of those management letters for 2024.
The management letters are typically, they accompany almost every single audit I have ever seen in my 20+ years of practicing in this area, so I don't think I've ever seen an audit without a management letter. And so, yeah, I mean, and some of them are 1 or 2 pages, and some of them are 20 to 30.
Well, and it is a requirement, even if there is no, like, if there is no suggestions, then it just says, we've got, we have no suggestions, so.
And you have no idea whether or not they prepared one.
No, I do know
for the
they,
township.
I do know they prepared one. I just don't know what it says, because I didn't. Because I didn't work on the audit.
Okay, is it possible that can be presented to the residents of Thornton Township?
That would be a discussion with the trustees side. I can't determine what gets released, that's not our role, so that would be a later.
I believe,
The mic is not on.
The clerk, I do believe that the audit and the audit packet, which should be letter, should be on the website. If it's not, we'll confirm and see if the clerk thinks it is on the website.
She think it is?
It is on the website.
Oh, okay, thank you.
So, and also, another place to find any sort of audits that have been filed is the Illinois Comptroller's Office. You can find it for any unit of government. So that is always a great resource.
Thank you.
What's your paper?
Is there any additional discussion?
Yes, I have a question. And I haven't had the time to
go through everything, but I just have some questions. I might have more later, but for now, what is the TT Foundation? The Thornton Township Foundation, have we paid $57,000?
So a lot of times, and this happens with a lot of different other townships as well as park districts, libraries and stuff like that. It's sort of a fundraising arm to allow for additional money to come in that's not coming through the taxpayers. So, for instance, like the Thornton Township Foundation, again, it's a fundraising arm to allow the how can I just try to find the right words?
You can help me out. I'll help you out here.
Thank you.
So what happens with some grants is that, getting, no, I want to make sure I have the mic. So what happens is there's certain grants that can't come to government bodies, but they can come for non-for-profits. So if you have a non-for-profit, which Thornton Township Foundation is, then you can receive additional funds to do like food pantries and that kind of stuff.
Wow.
So it's basically other way to get additional funds to help the residents.
So what was the expenditure to them? That seems like that's money coming in. This is going out. So I'm curious.
So the money going out, so a lot of the times with the expenditures going out would be like if the township paid for some food to go into the pantry.
We got
I don't
that
know.
as a different item.
Right.
Okay, so I did not prepare this report, so I'm not 100% sure what line was in there. So I have to look at the GL to the.
So it's on page 4 of the general assistance. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you
Robert
what
should be
report.
here. I mean, he put her up to it. She
And the
should
only
be
reason
prepared.
is, there doesn't seem to be anybody who can answer the questions. I'm gonna carry on with my other questions.
This is
But,
crazy.
You know, like you said, I understand the explanation, but
Yes.
that's money coming in. We're showing that as money going out. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. What I was saying is,
And you know, certainly go on with your questions, but I would also suggest that if there's any questions that we have here are unable to answer, we do apologize, we just don't, we're not people that track the report.
okay, but, okay, let's go on with my next question.
Accepting the report, we're not asking you to vote on whether everything in there is accurate. We're saying that this is what was presented at the board. So, if there are questions that you guys have that we cannot answer, I do suggest that you forward those questions to the finance director.
Wow.
And ask those questions directly, or else you can file for the information and request.
Right, you probably.
Who's our auditor?
This lady.
Because there's still the auditor.
She got her checklist.
And, I had a question. What is outreach? Can anybody answer that? It's under community and outreach and engagements for $260,000. What is outreach outside of all the other things that are listed?
Nobody knows.
I mean, I don't know exactly what that would be, what that would entail, but outreach just as a general principle is to try and get more people to participate in a specific program or service. That's my understanding of what that means, but I don't know that exactly.
Okay. So I did see a payment of $1 million and some change. I'm assuming that's interest toward the loan. I don't know which one it's on. But I think we originally had that loan out for $5 million or something like that. What's the balance on it at this point? I mean,
That would be a question for Director.
okay, so. Okay, all right.
It's just showing that you
So I'm back here. I want to ask you, why are you asking us to vote on this and it's not accurate? I mean, when the trustees come in, they're gonna pick up this crap that you're trying to sell to us. They're gonna be already sitting in office. Why don't you get it straight first? Bring it back to us in March. You don't want it now. I don't.
Man.
Everybody else gonna go for these numbers? Good for you.
Man.
But for me, no. Because the trustees that's coming in now is picking up the old trash that's here already. They don't need this. Get it straight, bring it back to us in March.
May. Or unless you mean next March. Okay, y'all, I gotta set my camera down because my arm is tired. Hold on, sorry, y'all.
Mary Avon, 15101 Blackstone in Dalton. I have We can hear you. And a statement. Mary Abott, 15101 Blackstone, Dalton. Is Mr. Hunt the only person in finance that could have spoken to this?
Come on now.
Is it a one-man office or?
I'm curious.
Just the one that's drafted the report, I don't know if there's anybody else available in his office. Somebody should be able to present it, and that's why somebody from Casper's office is here, because at least they understand the numbers, they can compare the numbers, but they understand.
And I have a little bit of a problem with that because they're the auditors, and I would think if anything, an auditor would have gone over this and been prepared to answer our questions. That was my statement.
Well, they were just asked today because we.
And that's a problem, because this meeting was posted when?
Right, but
And Mr. Hunt took sick today?
Yeah.
Come on now.
How convenient.
What?
That
That was
We
convenient.
should not accept even what is presented to us.
Don't pay him.
Because I could have run these numbers off from a Xerox machine.
So, that's probably what he did.
Any additional discussion? All right. All in favor?
We got one. We have one.
Carmen Carlisle, 464 Greenfield, Dalton. I just have a question. I know it's a lot of back and forth going on, but just from my understanding, I know they have these town halls every year. So next year, when they have the town hall, will it still be unaudited numbers and will it still be the same presentation? They get the unaudited information and then, it'll get audited later, so it's the same every year?
Yes, and it's the requirement of the statute.
Okay.
And I mean, believe me, it would be much more preferable to have the audited reports done so we don't have so many questions and concerns and we have exact numbers, but this is meant to be a snapshot of where the administration believes things are at right now.
And the reason they do this now is because it's a state statute, so they couldn't wait until after we audit to do this process?
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
We stuck.
Any additional discussion? Okay, all in favor of accepting the general fund report, please raise your hand.
All in favor?
All right, now, I'm gonna let you have it down. All those not in favor? All those not in favor of accepting the general fund report, please raise your hand.
Because you're the same. And I want you to accept. We're not putting something on record. We're looking blind.
Now we'll have the road and bridge fund. The motion failed.
Yes, all of these reports were prepared by Rob Hunt. I figured I'd.
She just riding the bike.
The real estate tax revenue was $729,197.71. The replacement tax revenue was $25,608.59. The total investment income was $106,096.57. The total other income was $48,099.24, bringing the total road and bridge revenue to $909,002.11. The total administration department expenditures were $94,534.28. The total maintenance expenditures were $25,631.34. The total permanent road expenditures were $208,465.96, bringing the total road and bridge expenditures to $328,631.58, bringing the total net change in fund balance to $580,370.53. The total assets were $3,291,513.01. The total liabilities were $729,301.66. And then the ending fund balance was $2,562,211.35. The total cash on hand as of February 28th, 2025 was $943,388.36. And the total investments on hand were $1,624,473.83. The total 2024 road and bridge fund tax levy was $883,946, and the total of the indebtedness was $37,262.45. Also, you will find on page 13 that there is a list of tools, machinery, equipment that are valued at excess of $200, listed with the description, the VIN number, and what condition these assets are.
Is there a motion to accept the road and bridge fund as presented?
Motion and second, and then discussion.
I'd like to make a motion that we accept the road and bridge fund, Valerie Stubbs, 14801, Chicago Road, I keep saying Chicago Road, Team Drive, Dalton, Illinois. Is there a second? Second.
And Lee, 15249, down to Thornton, Illinois. For the purposes of us getting out of here tonight, I'd like to second that motion.
I'm so sick of these papers.
Yes. So I would like to ask the question, in the event the residents don't accept this road and bridge, will there be any penalty to Thornton Township for anyone that we have not accepted, we voted no on?
No, there's really no penalty that I'm aware of. It would not be placed technically on file. It would still basically be a public record, but it would have a notation on there that would say not accepted on file at annual town meeting on today's date.
Thank you.
That's a good question. Seriously.
Kiana Dalton, 742 Evans Court, Dalton, Illinois. On page 7 of 13, it has an administration expenditures, and it has salaries as $5,561.26. That's for an entire year?
I'm sorry?
That's for an entire year?
That's my understanding. It's supposed to be, yeah.
Wow, that's insane.
That's a lot of money.
5,000 each salary.
Say that again.
5,500. It's not right.
That's crazy.
That's what they're saying.
Yourself, or if that's somewhere reflected in the general fund. But yeah, that is what was presented by director.
Okay, thank you.
That's crazy. That number's so off. $5,000 for a year.
Nathan
Right.
Pierce, South Holland, Illinois, 15475 Merrill Avenue. The question that was asked, if we don't approve the numbers, it won't show on public record, but you said that it will show on some public record with a notation, right?
So under the Local Records Act, the township is required to keep certain public records until they're allowed to destroy them, pursuant to certain requests and provisions that are found in the Local Records Act. And this would still be considered a public record, it would just have a notation on it that it was not accepted on file at today's annual town.
Okay, so if it's gonna appear on public record anyway, will we be able to search this information up as normal if we were to not vote on it today? If it's a public, if we're voting for it to appear on public record, and we're not voting as well, will it still appear as if we were going to search for it, just like any other record, even if we don't pass it today? You see what I'm saying?
In my opinion, it would still be a foilable document. It's also currently on the township's website as a township record, so I don't see why it would not be.
Okay, because I'm just concerned that we won't be able to search it later as we would anything else.
Come on.
That means that the new administration will be able to come in and rearrange the numbers, and we can't find what we're looking for. Of course, we can always FOIL it, of course, we don't know we're gonna get it, but, you know, I just think it'd be feasible if we're able to search it just like any other record. But I wanted to make sure it's clear that the residents can see what we had in 2024, at least what we went through up until 2025, versus where it's gonna be, for the remainder of this next year.
Is there any additional discussion?
What we have in the packet is the same thing that will be online, right?
Yes, so the question was, what you guys have in the packet, is that the same thing that's online, and the answer is yes.
Thank you. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of accepting the Road and Bridge Fund report as presented, please raise your hand.
There's a few people accepting it.
Please raise them nice and high.
Mine's not raised because that salary number is way off. Way off, $5,000.
All those opposed to accepting the Road and Bridge Fund, please raise your paddles nice and high.
Is that a name? I want the name. Let me pull that up. Hold on. Did you want to make?
Motion carries.
Motion carries, that's fine.
The next item is a motion to place a referendum question on March 17, 2026 primary election ballot. The proposed question reads as follows. Shall the state of Illinois, which has the second highest property taxes in the nation, deliver annual property tax rebates to the more than 3 million residential property taxpayers in
Sorry,
Illinois?
can't hear you.
Sorry. I'll start over.
Yeah, this mic is not turned up.
Motion to place a referendum question on the March 17, 2026 primary election ballot. The proposed question reads as follows. Shall the state of Illinois, which has the second highest property taxes in the nation, deliver annual property tax rebates to the more than 3 million residential property taxpayers in Illinois, as provided for in the Illinois Property Tax Relief Fund Act of 2019? Is there a motion to approve the placement of this question on the ballot?
And if I may also, just to give a little bit of background. This is an advisory question, and which means that it's not binding, but it's basically polling the residents. If it gets on the ballot, polling the residents to say, do you agree with this or do you not agree with this? And in addition to that, the way, just so everybody understands, the way that this got placed on the agenda, the way that got placed on the agenda was a document with a request for this question to be on the agenda, 15 or more electors of the township.
Oh, really?
Casey Nesbitt, 15125 Ashland, Harvey, Illinois. I move that we, place this referendum on the ballot.
Valerie Stubbs, 14801. Martin Luther King Dalton, Illinois. I second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? If there's no discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carries.
Everybody wants that on the ballot. Property tax is way too high.
There's nothing to discuss in regards to the resolution to dispose of personal property, so we can skip that item.
And just to be clear, there is no resolution. No resolution for disposal of personal property.
What's to talk about?
There's no resolution. There's nothing proposed. There's no proposal right now from to dispose of property, so there's no resolution. So there's no action needed on that whatsoever. No.
There's no action.
Under law, you can't just dispose of property without going through, you have to approve a resolution. So what we're saying is that there is no property that the township officials, the current township officials are seeking to dispose of, so there is no resolution. So that, we put that on generally as a placeholder because the agenda has to be approved so far in advance. So there is nothing for that item. That's why that item is being skipped.
Okay, we'll now schedule the next annual township meeting. Is there a motion to schedule the 2026 annual township meeting for Tuesday, April 14th?
Board meeting is getting ready to start.
At 6 o'clock p.m.
Yay. Yeah, motion.
I'd like to make a motion that we schedule the next town hall meeting for the date that you stated.
Tuesday, April 14th.
Day before tax day.
Natalie Gilbert, 630 East 144th Place, Dalton, Illinois, and I do second that.
Another motion.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The motion carries. So we now open the floor for public comments. Please approach the microphone, state your name, and please try to limit your remarks to 3 minutes.
Okay.
And also, just to let everyone know, there is, after this meeting, there is another meeting at 7 p.m. That's the regular board meeting. And there will also be a public comment period during the regular board meeting.
All right. My name is Naomi Lopresto.
Talking to the mic.
My name is Naomi Lopresto, it's 667 Ann Dalton.
She just wants to be
I'm not?
No, baby, we need to hear you. You didn't have to close your contact.
Use your outside voice.
Just hold it in your hand. Yeah.
I walked in probably at the end of this, but I want to know why did you agree on the Department of Youth Services? Isn't that supposed to come off, a little earlier? So why did everybody vote yes for that? Can somebody vote?
There was no vote.
I want to know why we voted, why did no one question about the Department of Youth Services?
That one has been already.
So when we come back April, the third, whatever day it is, this is gonna change? It won't be the same?
Next year.
That's next
Next
year.
year?
So next year, there'll be a whole nother report that'll be similar to this. It'll be unaudited. It'll be different numbers, obviously, because it'll be different things that may have happened, different administration. They may cut certain things, they may add certain things. So the report will be similar in form, possibly, but different in content.
Well, I want to let you know, you gotta weigh real good this thing.
I'm sorry?
Y'all gotta weigh real good this time. That's what I said, y'all gotta weigh real good this time. Because so I don't know the numbers from last year to compare to this year, for one thing. Next of all, I hope next year, and everything be more in order. Do not come presenting us with stuff that you have not looked at. We are not in a candy store. You are not going to continue to come doing, and I pray that you're not here next time. You need to be gone.
They taking a heat that Robert Hunt should have got. This is his heat.
Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Seconded that.
We are adjourning the meeting, guys.
To adjourn, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. You're welcome.
I want to shake your hand. Very well done. Very good. Yeah. You always need to.
Is that Governor Rona?
Just like.
That's former Governor Rona. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. Yes.
You guys are the best.
Oh, so are you. Thank you. It's Governor Rona, right? Quinn. Ah! Pat Quinn. Okay, y'all, they're about to start. Hey, who? Who, him? Oh, the governor. Y'all, look who's in the house. What? Who? Who? I got him, the governor. What? Who? Who just got served? Oh. Y'all. See, I knew that was going to happen. Sorry. Thank you. See, I knew I'm all connected over here. Yeah, hold on. Jedediah's here. So somebody just got served. I know who he was talking about. He was like, Alicia, get that. I gotta go to the bathroom again, y'all. This time I really gotta go. I'll be right back. Oh, shoot. I didn't even know. What is that for?
Come on, $2 million.
Oh, that's that. That's what that is. Oh, y'all. Look who's in there. That is so cute. Come on, talk to the kids. So cute.
I'm watching. Hey.
Oh, okay, y'all. I am back. I dipped off and did some talking.
Is on the checkout table. And please do not forget to leave your paddle.
It's another.
Oh, let me go put my paddle on.
Okay, y'all. So it's another meeting starting. This is the regular board meeting. I was talking to Carmen in the bathroom. Here she go, right there. I saw Trustee Steve. He's right there. All right, so we got a full. Oh, what? Darlene Gray Everett is here, y'all. Did y'all see that? Who got served? Okay, so Jedediah got served. Where did he go? All of them got served. Everybody in that fight. But I know Jedediah did. I think Clerk did. It was from the fight. Kamal's $10 million lawsuit. I missed that. I didn't even know what was going on. I thought, he was telling me, I thought he was telling me to get that, who was that guy to walk by? That's what I thought, and I was missing all the action. He said they just got served. So, I can't believe Darlene is here. I cannot believe Darlene Gray Everett is here. I just can't. Now, what is she going to do without her mouthpiece to tell her how to vote? It's clearing out. Trustee Steve over there talking. It's him in a black coat. Stan Brown's wife. So yeah, I cannot believe Trustee is here. So yeah, everyone in the fight, Skeeter, it looks like, well, everyone that was here, that was a part of the fight, he said Lavelle got served. Well, not tonight because Lavelle's not here, but him, I guess the clerk. Like, why would he be suing her? But that's the only person that was up there that he could have been suing. That was crazy. I don't know if y'all saw anything when I went to the bathroom. I left my camera sitting here. Let me see. Hopefully she leaves the mask off and speaks up. That's crazy. I think she had the mask on because she was embarrassed to be seen associated with Tiffany like that. That's like one of the few times I've even seen her without a mask. I'm gonna zoom in on YouTube. Yes, Dan Brown's wife works for Thornton Township. That's her sitting over there. That's her again. The Brown. Not that many people left. No, I don't think you saw KP. I didn't see him. Who else? I don't know who else. Darlene been sitting there the whole time. No, not the whole time, I don't think. No. Hey, Flo. No, she wasn't sitting there because it was a whole different, like they weren't sitting in those seats for the last meeting. Like the trustees were sitting out in here with the residents. They were part of, the voting structure for last meeting. That was an annual meeting. And this is a regularly scheduled board meeting. I think there's one or two more. It's one 2 weeks from now. And then one 2 weeks from then. They're every 2 weeks. Maybe she had an epiphany about going to jail. It's a little late for that. For real. Too late for that. So, hold on. Let me see. Darlene, I'm trying to read this YouTube comment. What did it say? Darlene was there in the same seat, Alicia, for the last meeting. Yeah, I'm tripping then because I sure didn't even see her. I really didn't. That's how, insignificant she is. I did not even see her come in. I am sorry. Thank you again to the moderators. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Someone else did mention why Darlene was sitting up there. Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't hear. I was, paying attention to the numbers and all that. I wasn't really even looking up there. I'm shocked that she's up there. So it looked like Kiana left. Trustee Steve left. Oh, no, he didn't. He's back there. Trustee Steve way back in the back. Is there any way you can ask if they can move to digital? I watch these meetings and they take out a lot. What? They take out a lot of paper flipping throughout the meeting. You know, they probably could switch to digital. I don't know what it'll take. I know, y'all. There he is. Let's check him out, y'all. Right. I'm gonna have him. I'm gonna have him. Oh, look at him. Not the houndstooth pattern. Mr. Kendall. Yeah, I don't know about the digital thing. They have so many other things, unfortunately, that are a priority. So, and they got a whole new administration coming. So, maybe that's something that can be an initiative down the line, but they just got a lot of undoing and redoing when they take over. Hey, hey, hey. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me check the fit. Okay. Okay. You got a whole fan club. You know that, right? I got to get the whole fit, shoes and all. All right, Mr. Kendall. Okay. How you doing? That is good. Nice to see you. Yeah, everything okay?
Yes,
That's good. You coming with some more good information? All right. All right. Yeah, I see it. That was Mr. Kendall. Mm-hmm. Um, yeah, I'm sure I'm reading the comments and I'm laughing. We're not fans of that. Yeah. Somebody say gray is your color. They say somebody say you're clean, you wear gray very well. Somebody on here. You better go get one of your.
Where were they 40 years ago?
Ooh, okay, y'all hear that? All right, meeting's starting, y'all.
To order,
Put my
April 8th, 2025. Time is
camera down.
7:27.
Hold on,
I will
y'all.
call the roll. Trustee Gonzalez.
Present.
Trustee Gray Everett. Trustee Carlisle. Present. Trustee Wiedemann. Present. Supervisor Henyard. Can we please stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance? One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I would like to make a motion to appoint Chris Gonzalez as the supervisor pro tem.
All right now.
Second. Trustee Wiedemann? Yes. Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Trustee Gonzalez? Supervisor Henyard? Motion passed.
Thank you. Next on the agenda, we have public comments.
First is Janelle Taylor. Remember, you have 3 minutes.
Janelle Taylor.
Janelle Taylor, South Holland. I have a personal complaint. I'm old and I wear hearing aids. And there's a whole house between here and where you all are. Why are we back so far? We're not gonna bother you. Those scenes are over. Can we kind of be a little closer? Because you could put a whole family could live in this space. I can't hear well. And I'd like to be a little closer, but that's my personal complaint.
Thank you. Vivian Allen.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, this is it, public comment.
Sorry. Just wanted to say first, congratulations to the trustees for the race. You guys winning. Hopefully we'll be able to get back our township, like we took our village back in Dalton. Want to congratulate everyone that is new in their role. And just a little disappointed that I saw Tiffany's car outside. And again, she's a no-show. It's just pathetic at this point. She's like a total embarrassment to us, but I'm just glad that you guys are still willing to do the business despite of her actually coming in here and doing her job. So thank you guys. Yes, and thank everyone for voting.
Yes.
Mr. Al Kendall.
Good evening, everyone. I want to thank you for giving me a small amount of your time. My name is Al Kendall, representing County Board President Tony Freckwinkle. My number is 313-434-3851, 313-434-3851. So the information that I'm giving out, if you want it, text me, show me the money, and I will text you back the information. All of it I won't be able to share now, so you should probably just send me a text. I'll send it to you for those who don't know. On the 15th, we have a hospitality hires, of which we're gonna have about 70 employers that are hiring on the spot. It's not just jobs, it's about careers, and so they train people in various 5 different careers that will help you to, if you got a crumb snatcher at home and you need to, try and uplift them, bring them around. This is a great opportunity. We have one program that's being organized by our Elevate program. One is that assists people with water. One is that assists daycare centers with lead abatement at their facility, so it doesn't cost them any money at all. And then the last one, operated by Elevate, it assists homes with water assistance and renovations in the homes. So those are the 3 ones. I wanted to just give you a brief summary. And if you send me a text, I'll send you the details where you can go and to apply. Of course, we had a Justice Advisory Council grant, which was $30 million. $20 million is for intervention, working with youth in the community. And another $10 million is for wraparound services for those who've been the victims of gun violence in the community. And organizations and others can apply. Those are some of the programs that President Freckwinkle and the county board and your commissioner in this area, Mrs. McCaskill, and others have worked to provide those dollars. They were ARPA grants. And I look forward to those that will send me a text, and I'll give you that information as well as others. So thanks for just giving me a few moments of your time. 313-434-3851. 313-434-3851. I'll send you the links as well as giving you other information. President Freckwinkle has a radio show. It is the 3rd Sunday of each month. So this Sunday, April the 20th, from 7 to 8 a.m. on WCBT channel 820 a.m. Show me the money. Show me the money. 313-434-3851. And the president has a radio show every 3rd Sunday on WCBT 820 called First Take Break. So she's there every 3rd Sunday giving information, and I'm there every other Sunday if she's not there. Thank you.
All right, next on the agenda, we have approval of minutes. Is there a motion to approve minutes of the board meeting held on March 25th, 2025 at 6 p.m.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the March 25th meeting.
Second.
Right, any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Wiedemann?
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle? Yes. Trustee Gray Everett? Superintendent Gonzalez? Superintendent Gonzalez? Supervisor Tim Gonzalez? Supervisor Hughes? Motion passed.
Right. Next is approval of minutes. Is there a motion to approve approval of bills? Sorry. Is there a motion to approve the general fund bills?
I would like to make an amended motion to pay the bills excluding item 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112. Those are for events that the board didn't approve or hasn't happened yet. Also for 113, 114, 115. So I make a motion to pay the bills excluding those numbers I mentioned.
I'll second.
Motion is second. Is there any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Carlisle? Yes. Trustee Wiedemann?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett?
I can't hear her.
Supervisor Pro Tem Gonzalez?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Right. Next, we have approval of bills for the general assistance fund. Is there a motion to approve?
So I would like to make a motion to approve the bills excluding items 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, asking that we would permanently remove those items. They have been placed on the agenda before, but they weren't in compliance with the image ordinance, and that's why they were moved to begin with. So I'm asking that we would exclude those bills and permanently remove those from the bill list and pay the remaining bills.
I'll second.
There's a motion and second. Any discussion?
Why doesn't Darlene Gray have a microphone?
Trustee Carlisle? Yes. Trustee Wiedemann?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Pro Tem Gonzalez?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Right. Next, under approval of bills, we have approval of road and bridge fund bills. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve Road and Bridge.
Second.
Right. There's a motion and second. Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Wiedemann?
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle? Yes. Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Pro Tem Gonzalez?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Next, we have old business. If there's anything under old business, correct? Right. And next, we have resolutions, proclamations, and ordinances. I don't believe we have anything under there either. Correct?
See, they had a productive meeting last meeting, so it's not a lot.
Motion to approve the Illinois Township Association of General Assistance Caseworkers Conference registration fee, overnight hotel accommodation, and stipend for food and guests for possibly 3 caseworkers. One caseworker who sits on the board of the ITA GAC will stay 2 nights. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion. Second.
Right, there's a motion and second. Any discussion? Right, call the roll, please.
Trustee Wiedemann?
It's okay.
Trustee Carlisle? Yes. Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Pro Tem Gonzalez?
Yes.
Motion
I can't
passed.
believe Darlene's voting yes to everything.
All right, item E under new business, request for proposal for IT services. There being no motion.
Nope. They tried to pass that last time. It's an IT contract.
a motion, you just pass on to the next item.
There being no motion, we're moving on. Next on the agenda is closed session. Is there a motion to go into closed?
Yes, I'll make a motion to go into closed session to discuss the hiring, discipline, performance, compensation, and dismissal of certain personnel, legal counsel, acquisition of real property, matters pending, probable or imminent
Darlene don't
litigation,
have a
pursuant to
mic.
section 2C1, 2C5, and 2C11 of the Open Meeting Act. Also to discuss security procedures, school building safety and security, and the use of personnel and equipment to respond to an actual, a threatened, or a reasonably potential danger to the safety of employees, students, staff, the public, or public property pursuant to the section 2C8 of the Open Meetings Act.
I'll second.
All right, this motion is second. Any discussion? Call for it, please.
Trustee Carlisle? Yes. Trustee Wiedemann?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Pro Tem Gonzalez?
Yes.
Motion passed. 7:41 to go into closed session.
Okay, so that doesn't mean anyone is getting terminated. That is like that's standing verbiage on their agenda. So they could be discussing either one of those things. I'm thinking they're going to discuss litigation. So, it's closed session. I'm not sure. Wait a minute. Oh, man, my hand all in the way. My bad, y'all. I was trying to step in those heels. She good. So I don't know how long they're going to be in closed session, y'all. Yep. So I don't know, because there's not a lot of people here. Like Miss Roberts is leaving. Nate Fields. What is this? Oh, my finger. Okay. Yeah. How you doing? Good. Yeah.
So how's your show coming?
I don't have a show. I mean, I just record live. I don't really have a show. Why, you want to come on if I had one? Would you be my guest? Yeah. I mean, maybe I'll get to that point one day. Yeah.
What made you decide to do this?
Well, you know what? Because I was here anyway. I was coming anyway, as a resident. And just in my personal life, I'm always the one with the camera, taking pictures. And so I just started recording for my own good. Like, maybe I'll go back and watch it. Maybe I missed something. And then people just kind of, they started looking forward to it.
Okay.
So I kept it up, and then I I started doing the whole thing. I was just doing excerpts at first, because I wasn't recording whole meeting, because they would last so long at Butterfly, So yeah, how long you been coming to the township giving this information? I mean, because I just started seeing you. I'm recording now. I just thank you. I just started seeing you like up there a few meetings ago.
Were college classmates.
What?
I helped Zuccarelli become Zuccarelli.
Okay.
We were both students at South Suburban College.
Mm-hmm.
And his goal was to run both South Suburban, and my goal was to run the city.
Okay.
Black Chicago.
Okay. See, I had still a common goal. I mean, it was two different geographic areas.
We organized a plan to get him on we organized a plan to be the seat on the South Suburban board.
Mm-hmm.
College. And then after that, we organized to get him on the board. then we organized how to defeat political leadership that was in charge
At the time.
in the surrounding area.
Look, excuse me, I gotta interrupt because I really gotta know this. What is your connection to Tiffany Henyard? And I want you to be honest. That is an honest question. The cameras are rolling. What is your connection?
What made you ask that question?
Because you're here, and you were here when she was here still, and we saw you greet her. I just want to know, like, and what is your take on how that whole administration was?
I ran his first campaign.
Okay.
And Roger, who got elected, I ran his first campaign. And I did both of those campaigns at the request of Frank Zuccarelli.
Okay.
And
I'm scared to know where this is going.
She was a trustee on the ticket.
Okay.
So that's how I came to know her.
Okay.
She was one of the
Trustees on it, right?
Disciples of Frank's.
Okay. All right. So
I happened to be down in Monroe, Louisiana, on the night they took the vote for
this
who
position.
would be supervisor. So they called me on the phone, and had I been here, perhaps it would have went a different way. But I wasn't here.
So let me ask you this, and I'm just going to be very candid, and this is the tail end, so it's not going to have any repercussions. How do you feel this administration did for the township? What were the pros? What were the cons?
Well, I mean, truthfully, as a Pan-Africanist, I am disappointed in the image and the characterization, the foolery of which people prescribe to Thornton Township. Over the years, we have built Thornton Township to be a very proud conclave that people around the country is proud of. I mean, Barack Obama, when I helped to run his campaigns, I brought him to Frank, and we delivered, Thornton Township in huge numbers. Without Thornton Township, we don't have a black president. You don't have a black U.S. senator without Thornton Township. I mean, we have, truthfully, the first black mayor of Chicago was elected by Thornton Township. Because many people from the South Suburban Mafia came to the city to help collect him.
Well, okay, and that's a great point. But when does the first black stop in real politics begin? And the reason why I say that is because Tiffany Henyard wore a lot of first, youngest, first, but we see how that ended. So I mean, what's the consolation in that?
Generational and purpose. I mean, yeah, it's good to have first, but you got to have a sense of purpose of why you are doing what you're doing and what got you there, and deference to the rest of the world. I've seen a lot of. In time, we've elected a lot of firsts that have not always gone the way we
Exactly, right.
So I have no
That's
doubt
what I'm
about
saying. It has to, the line has to be drawn. I mean, it's great. It's always great. Which actually, no, I'll take that back because it's not great. We really shouldn't be having these many firsts in 2025. I mean, it's actually disheartening. But
we should not lose sight and faith in our own.
Never.
Because we make mistakes does not mean that is a forever thing.
Well, everybody makes mistakes. That's not even just a we thing.
Even mistakes that we may have selected, but they may have gone the wrong way. Others have been in power for so long, you really don't realize, don't remember the annuals of all the mistakes they've made.
Well, you know what? In this day and age, mistakes are magnified. They're magnified. So that's even more the reason why you have to get in and with the right intentions on doing the right thing, because it's not like it's just easily swept under the rug these days. And I think, to your point, that was part of what was in play before. Things just weren't magnified or even uncovered to the degree that they are now. That's my personal take on that. But yeah.
All things done in the shadows will come to light.
Yeah,
And
hopefully.
sadly enough, well, look, we have someone else that's coming in, and the prayer is that they will right the wrong, and they will begin to show a true reflection of our community.
Mm.
So, you
Mm-hmm.
can't give up. I mean,
Oh, no.
I always supported people like President Franklin and people
Mm-hmm.
like Barack Obama and Robert Kelly, because they are those who come to our community and deliver. Danny Davis.
Right. Congressman Danny Davis. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a young guy, he was a teacher. He was just an organizer. But then he went on, to become eventually a county commissioner and eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some great guys. I mean, and women included in that. I'm using that generally. Mm-hmm. Sure.
And we should not lose sight just because of a momentary diversion.
Yeah.
Not lose the necessity of remembering our community, continue to invest in our community with our time, our efforts, and our treasure.
And I got a question because you seem kind of connected to some of the powers that be. Why didn't the powers that be intervene in any way in what was going on here at the township and in Dalton? I mean, it took the FBI, and we have layers of government, and I'm just, people are feeling abandoned, because nobody came to our rescue. Pleas were falling on deaf ears, so even I guess continuing the conversation with these first and these people that are in and doing great things, how great is great when these things are allowed to happen so blatantly? I mean, I don't know what part you came in on, or if this is even something that when you were really involved that you would have, your administration would have tolerated the disrespect, the lack of transparency.
Election has consequences.
Mm.
And in that said, she was elected in Dalton. Now, she was elected here, and because of her actions, she's been unelected in a huge sense. But the laws at various levels of governance does not allow for like a commissioner just to come in and just take over the jurisdiction of another elected official.
That needs to change because, I mean, look at what happened, I mean, and I don't know how it needs to change, but it does need to change. Does this happen? Well, more often than not, it's happening other places, even around here in these countering cities, it's happening, maybe to this, not to this ignorant level of blatant ghetto tactics, but it's happening, it's happening, so, and we're only hurting ourselves. I mean, and I say we because I'm speaking on behalf of the whole community and the people that these things trickle down to.
I mean, the community has to be engaged and help the police itself.
This room ain't empty.
So the next person coming in will do the same thing.
Right.
This became a test and a training for the community. The community sort of slept the years they had Frank. They didn't realize, in spite of whatever you may say, all the continual service and the way in which it was able to be run. And so now the community will have a greater appreciation and a higher expectation of the next person to come in. And that would be so even in the rest of the South Suburbs in terms of the leadership. Because we have the ability to change the direction of our communities if our leadership is coordinated for the right purpose.
Well said. I mean, we can go on for days with this debate because I definitely got to come back, but I'm going to digress because, it still can be a lot said. Yeah, it's on the community, but even if we are holding them accountable, like we tried to do, and they're just blatantly disregarding ordinances, laws, processes, we're right back to square one. There's only so much the community can do on our own, without help help from the powers that be.
Well, I
So,
mean, for a moment there, you had a number of board members that were supporting them.
you mean here? Well, yes, for a while there were a couple. Even tonight, that's changed.
I mean, there were groups of, the regional black mayors, went to her and to them to try and help, get some, control with this. And then eventually they had to use their political will in order to make changes happen. So,
And the legal wills, yeah.
but you had residents that were supporting her.
Residents that were supporting her? Not the majority. They tried to recall her. You saw that, right? They recalled her. They weren't. That's not support. If they voted to recall her.
They had a recall, and then she won the recall.
Well, no, she lost the recall. She won on an appeal. That's a big difference. The people wanted her out, and they voted her out. The numbers reflected that. The judge overturned that, so there is a huge difference there. But yeah, I mean, you make it as if like people were okay with what she was doing. Some might have been the ones that were benefiting directly, but it was a lot that weren't, that weren't happy with this. So exactly. I mean, nobody wants to say the elephant is in the room. I mean, she was protected. Nobody wants to own up to that, but she was definitely protected. Huh? I'm sure. Exactly. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, that's the blatant reality of it.
Don't nobody want to be connected with the feds exactly.
For real, if they got any sense. Yeah. Yeah, this is making for a long evening. These closed sessions.
You didn't have this happen.
Huh?
You didn't have this happen in any other community.
What this? I mean, across the country. This is not just specific to here. This hasn't happened really anywhere. Nobody that blatant that I've seen. So yeah.
I think that's what helped us working on the UK, just having Africa.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, she's on a cruise, y'all. This is like worldwide. Yeah, so that's a pioneer, y'all. That's one of the originals, okay? Like the Temptations done had like the originals and they had a bunch of iterations. She's an original member. Hey, Sonia. Hold on, y'all. I got my battery. Hold on. Okay. So what time? They went in like 7:40 something. It's almost 8 o'clock. 2 minutes to 8. I'm gonna just put the camera. Put it right here, y'all, because I'm holding it. And it's tired. I'm tired. Okay. So y'all won't be back.
Your real low haircut. Yeah. Did they come back okay? Well, maybe it was smart. Sometimes you gotta stuff down. Oh, okay. So it took them a while to come back. I was admiring them. It's old masonry. Yeah, that looks old. Was he in California as well? Okay. Oh, that's great.
This thing is wrapped up. Oh, by 8:30.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know what the fuck.
It's horrible. Treated you that way, yeah. How wonderful that you had her. That's it, that's it. Absolutely. Yeah, give people their flowers when they're here, yeah. They get rid of Okay. Yeah. Connecting people, yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't even looked at the agendas. This is the one for tonight. They're in closed session. And trustees report, supervisors report. Right there. Item 10, closed session.
Yeah, that mob mentality. You got it. We got the same treatment. Everybody started coming after us. Yeah. I'm for some fools to follow Jesus Christ, so I'm not interested in following anybody but him, you know, so that's the way I am. People try to get you on board with their nastiness, no.
Yeah, this financial report is so juvenile looking. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, they did say that. He said that. I'm just looking at how juvenile this report looks. I could have did this, and I'm not an accountant. It's just numbers. There were no receipts, nothing. Thank you again to my moderators. Thank you for everyone still on. This is, did y'all see Jedediah? He had his monkey in his hood. I was so weak. That was so funny. Yes. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Page group. Wow. other space. So you were in that other space. Yeah. I was just talking to someone on election day that only took that profile. Her son had his ride was bike and it terrible fell off and terrible brain. The doctors said, we don't think he's going to make it out of it. We don't think so. And he woke up, and I know because one of the first things he said was, don't worry, God told me I'm not done. And they said that the room was...
Yeah, that's wild, y'all. That Robert Hunt did not show up to give his report. Let me read some comments, y'all. I didn't even think about that. Yes, the end is near. Sonia, about to get a CPA license. Well, about to lose him, yes. Fooling around with them crooks, yeah, and that's crazy. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm reading some comments. Robert Hunt was not here. He was ill, y'all, of all times. You know why? Because he didn't stand by these numbers. And there was no way he could present these numbers knowing that they just didn't even make any sense. So he chose to just not even show up. He's sick, y'all. And so no questions could be answered because he's the one that created this report. I'm just telling you how juvenile this looks. I mean, this is a whole township, multi-million-dollar budget. And these just look so, these charges, I mean, it's just crazy. Food pantry, vehicle repair, food pantry purchases, $1,063,000. Now, I would like to see some receipts on any of this household, HRD household. Look at these round numbers, emergency assistance. $2,247,777.77. That number is just so fake. It looks fake. Where was it? Right there. That number looks so fake. Rent, shelter, utilities, travel, buses, rent. It just happened to end in 40 cents. That just doesn't even make any sense. That's ironic. Two line items right underneath each other, and they both just happen to end in 40 cents. And both of them are vastly different. Rent and shelter, travel, bus passes. What are the odds that they would just end so uniformly? It's just not, this is general assistance. This is the fund that she's over, Tiffany Henyard. It's just not realistic. Let me look for another page. What is this? Oh, this is the general assistance balance sheet. Ending fund balance, 18 million. Yeah, right. That just doesn't even make any sense. But how do you not show up on a day that this is an annual meeting. This is not a meeting that's, you can make up or that's going to be held next week. This is an annual meeting. Oh, Zoom? Okay. Can you guys see? Okay, this is on YouTube. I have to show it on YouTube first. General Assistance Fund. Breakdown of cash on hand. So they're trying to make it look like they have more cash on hand now. February 29th, 2024, they had 1.3 million. Cash on hand, February 28th, 2025 is 3.5 million. Now, if these numbers look so good, don't you think they'd be happy to report these numbers? Wouldn't they be here if these numbers were this great? I mean, that's crazy. I mean, it just looks like they just pulled these numbers out of anywhere. Look at these last line items. Okay, I'm showing on YouTube. Look at how similar those numbers are. 498, 955, 497, 680. Two totally different things. Um, Let me look what else. Hold on, what is... Let me go back to the first page. Because, yeah, that's crazy. Like, if these numbers were so great, where is he? This would have been his ticket out the doghouse. And this ain't even signed. I guess it's supposed to be signed by the supervisor, which she's not here. And y'all, that's just how much she cares about the people. Look how she went out. Just abandoned her seat. Didn't concede. This is a letter. I guess this is what she's supposed to sign. This is a fiscal statement. No signature. And abandoned one of her closest friends, Darlene. Yes. And Darlene is voting like with the brain tonight. It's wild. But she had her mask off. There's a lot. Lease payment. You know, and these line items are just so vague and ambiguous. Fuel. Okay, here, I'm just show fuel. What is that? Let's see, I'm looking through. Okay, that's $13,000 for fuel. For what vehicles? This could have been people's personal vehicles. There needs to be checks and balances. You don't just put fuel. Yeah, I wonder, Sonia. Who knows? I think those feds are closing in. That's why Darlene is here. I think they are closing in, and reality is setting in. But what was I looking at? That, gas liability and insurance, all these figures with like no receipts, mind you. None of these come with receipts, you guys. None of them. Can you imagine your accountant just giving you all this and it's supposed to be, you're just supposed to accept it and sign off on it, and there's like no supporting documentation anywhere? I don't think Mr. Kendall appreciated my questions about Tiffany, but oh well. He got quiet. So, yeah. So, ending fund balance. Well, net change in fund balance right here, that $4 million. Now, I didn't personally see Tiffany's car outside. Somebody says it was there. I didn't see it. I didn't personally see it. But I wonder how Darlene got here, because I don't know if they'd be in the same car, but they definitely arrived together most of the time. Okay, yeah. So this is what Kiana was questioning, because the cash on hand, those dates were from 2024 at the top. But then it's talking about 2025, the cash on hand, so maybe it's showing the difference. But she was concerned because it is kind of confusing. But yeah, this is just it's crazy work to me. It's crazy work to just spring this on us. He knew he was going to get questioned. He was going to be sweating bullets, and he wouldn't have been able to answer those questions because this makes no sense. And so, yeah, he just skipped this thing altogether. Like, So, yeah, I didn't see Keith Price tonight either, you guys. time is it? 8:15? There's something on the back. So it's been a half hour now. I don't know why I wish they could do closed session like at the beginning or something. Because by the time they come back, all they do is pretty much adjourn the meeting. So, nothing, Trace, not too much is happening. They're in closed session. We had the annual meeting where basically they read off the budgets and expected us to accept it, but you know, we couldn't question anything. Robert Hunt wasn't here to answer not one question. He left it up to the auditor, and she did, she's the auditor. She's not a decision maker, and she can't explain why things, well, I don't know if she can or she should be able to, because it seems like when you audit, I would think you would question, like, anytime you have an audit, don't you have to provide like receipts and stuff? Like an audit is pretty heavy. So I'm just like, even as auditors, and they probably weren't questioning anything because they were getting paid. And, but wouldn't you need to see documentation for the things that are being reported? I would think. They've been in there too long. Somebody might just begin fire. I don't know. I mean, they have, I think, one more meeting after this to do whatever they're going to do, if they're going to do anything, because then the new administration takes over. So maybe they could be waiting on that. People are still, they're just here. It's kind of calm. Tiffany's not here. And I just can't even imagine how this meeting would have gone if she was here. I just can't even imagine. She would have had Robert looking too dumb. Yeah. Nate Fields is still here. I saw him back there. There he is right there. Nate's still here. Get rid of Crigley. Crigley's already gone. Holmes is for Dalton. Price, yeah, they definitely can get rid of him. Wow, it says Robert been going along with Super Stupid since they were trustees. Them taking it to court since 2014. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know that. So maybe, I don't know. I guess, that history was, she capitalized on it. Yes, they have been calm, Sonia. They have been just different. Especially yesterday. It was just so great, having, pretty much the new slate. I mean, it's the same slate, well, except Trustee Steve. I can't wait for him to rightfully take his seat. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I heard a door. False alarm. Right, Michelle. You say your company always had an annual audit. You had to provide the files with the correspondence, receipts, and documents. Exactly. Like, otherwise, what are you auditing? Like, I thought that was the purpose of an audit, to reconcile things. If you're just accepting what they're giving you, that's not, you're not auditing. You're reporting. So. There's these have been too long evenings. Actually, we were out. What time is it? We were out by about 8:30 yesterday, I think, out of the Dalton meeting. Hey, Reggie. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I'm yawning. Hey, Reggie, Reg.
Fresh air out of Catholic City is out there doing our thing.
Court cases, Henyard Hunt versus Village of Dalton. Yes, please do, pleasure. I would like to see that. I would like to see that. Yeah, whenever they're doing a forensic audit in Dalton. They voted on that. I'm sure Napoleon is going to do the same. They're probably going to get rid of this accounting firm. I would. I definitely would. Bring a new, fresh set of eyes in. Hey, Reggie Reg. Tell me something good and stick to it. I got this stuff all over me. I don't even know it. They were remodeling at a certain in one of the offices at work, and I got this dust all on me and didn't even know it. You're welcome, Pamela, for staying and reporting. It's hard because, I want to say so much, but I'm unlocking my better self. I know that's right. I hear you. Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we got to censor ourselves for the greater good. So yeah, y'all, I'm trying to keep up with both comments, but it is hard. You know what? YouTube, they need to increase their font size. No, really, I just need my glasses. That's what I need. I'm always forgetting them. They're not like a staple yet. I need to make them a staple. But I really just need it really when reading, so I don't always have them on me when I need them. Yep. Yep. Mr. Kendall done went back there. He done moved everything. I was asking some legitimate questions because he works very closely with Tony Preckwinkle, and he's had a lot of connections. A lot of people, like, where were they? Where have they been? Why are they sending you? Why didn't they? Well, not, I mean, he's giving good information, but like, you know, where were they when all this stuff was really going on? So Kindle is a plant. Yeah. Yeah, he kind of squirmed his way. He didn't really want to answer too much about Tiffany. He did not. So they've been in 40 minutes, almost 45. Nate, somebody want to know how you're doing. He's giving a thumbs up. That's always a good sign, thumbs up. Yeah. Sonia, that was for you. Yes. You know, he's still showing up, and I love that. I love that. Because, none of the other candidates are here, the ones that ran. And he was part of the process. So that's good. He was part of the process tonight for the annual meeting. Okay, hold on, Alicia. I'm planning on coming for the Clean House inauguration. Are you? Where are you coming from, Mr. CDU? Where? LC? Oh, and have a few drinks. Where are you coming from, Mr. LC? Yeah, we could definitely try to plan some. I missed Dear Woke when he came. They did something during the day, and I just come back. Oh, Memphis. And Nate has Grace. No, Tiffany's clowns except Darlene. Yeah, thank you, Alex, for subscribing, and hello. Welcome. If you're in and if you haven't, can you guys just please like the videos? I would appreciate. Dang, that's a serious camera Nate got. Nate, what kind of camera is that? A what? Okay, Canon. It's the lens. That's what's really, yeah. I forgot you know about all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, this is the
What kind of
70 to 200 millimeter.
Whoa. So like, give me an, okay, so with this camera right here, what can you zoom on it? Like, you could, okay. Here's Stephanie. I think they're coming back.
So right now we're zoomed out to the max. So it's only getting as far as 70 millimeters.
Okay.
But we can zoom all the way in.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's about 200 meters.
Nice. How long have you had that? Do they last?
Yeah, they last.
They do? That's good. Okay, so still kind of new though. Okay. So can you just keep like upgrading that and getting more use out of like the lid? I don't know much about photography. No? Okay, really? Oh, okay. You just kind of have to, okay.
Yeah, the township wouldn't allow me to buy this type of equipment.
Really? Oh. I mean, but when you get good shots with it though, like wouldn't it, I mean, I'm saying like wouldn't justify, or is it just too much for the pictures they were trying to take is what you
The
mean?
quality that I'm looking for.
Oh, okay,
I went to
okay.
school for multimedia, but their equipment is outdated
Got
versus
it.
the equipment that I was interested in.
Sure.
So now this is a mirrorless camera. They have a DSLR, right? DSLR has a mirror inside the camera. Mirrorless doesn't have a mirror. So that's what makes it different because it's advanced technology.
So what's better, mirror or mirrorless?
I say mirrorless.
You think so?
Yeah, that's
I mean,
the
not
old
think, you know, I don't
The
know.
new way is all digital. You don't have a
got
mirror.
it, got
The
it,
mirror
got
is
it.
not capturing the image anymore.
Got
It's
it.
digital. Some type of digital technology that's capturing the image. So it's like,
Thank you for schooling
yeah, it
me,
might be
because
more
I don't know why mirror sound better than mirrorless, but with your explanation,
well, the
it
mirror,
makes
that
sense.
mirror can also get dirty too and wear over time too.
And it'll compromise the quality. So can you replace that mirror, or would you have to replace the whole camera?
Well, I'm pretty sure you can send in a good mirror.
Oh, you can? But by the time you do that, sometimes you get on bottom of the camera, like the price.
Yeah, it's like a little, like those three little blades in there. Those are like
Down here or in there?
It's like blinds kind of.
Oh, yeah.
So they open up the time take the photo and then you close it.
Yeah, I'm going to school. I'm going to film school right now. Where'd you go?
South Dakota.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't go too far.
That's nice. Oh, I didn't know they had a media program. Oh, that's great. They got some good programs there. I'm thinking like a nursing program, or do they already have it? Oh, they do. Are they expanding it or something?
They were supposed to expand with a new allied health grant from the state.
Yeah, okay.
Like $50 million.
Oh.
But they did.
Oh, okay. I've been seeing signs like it looked like they hired instructors. Like it's a bunch of signs, so I thought they were doing something. Yeah.
They do something else.
Yeah.
They make some changes.
So do you capture your baby with that? I know that's right. I know you got some great photos. Yeah, and they're digital. You're saying, right? That's digital. Okay, that's what's up. Okay. Do you put a card in there or?
Yeah, 2 chips. Well, I got one right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's what 126 gig.
128.
Oh, 128. Okay, that's nice. Cause I remember, what was it? I think that's kind of a lot, because like iPhones are what, like 64 gig, 128 or something like that? Okay, that's putting it into context.
Yeah, they got 364 for sure. Yeah, this is a lot.
That's a lot for it. Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
But the quality that you're getting takes up a lot of space.
Got it.
It's mirrorless.
Okay. High power lenses. Okay, that's what's up.
Capture a lot of mega
How is the battery life on something like that?
This battery lasts a decent time.
Really? I hope it ain't like a phone battery.
It may last me a day and a half.
Okay. But video?
As far as video,
Okay.
a good 2.5 hours.
Oh, okay. So it takes video like that for real? Like
Yeah,
video?
depending on what we set it on. Yeah.
Oh. It done came a long way. Yeah, I had a Canon SB230, and I thought I was doing something. It was just a little, yeah, it was a Canon. You could use it for that, but it was very early in the digital camera game. It was good for that era.
They had that button that you slide and you zoom.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? It probably has some more capabilities that I never uncovered because, shortly thereafter I got the cell phone and my digital camera became obsolete. You know how that happened. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you did. It really did. Hold on. Okay. Right. Hold on, Nate. Okay. I know people. Let me just make sure they'll, okay, because they be done. Ask Nate if he's single. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You already answered that. I ain't going to ask you that again. Yeah. So what's next for you, Nate? What you gonna write? You know what? And I already said it. It's so good and it's so refreshing that you're here. You're still, part of, you know, well, it's not a fight anymore, but you're part of the change. And there's no other candidates that are here. That were in the race. So I know I'm gonna be seeing you just more and more. Right, and that's awesome. Really, that's great.
Pretty much what I've been doing.
Okay.
Photography.
Okay.
So if any of you guys want to book me, you know how to find me.
Okay, y'all hear that? Wait. How do they find you?
I still have to pay the bills.
Okay.
Still doing photography if you guys want to book me. And I'm still interested in reaching out to.
Now, how do they book you? I mean, I don't know, Facebook. Do you have like a website or is it Facebook, Instagram?
We'll be back up.
Okay, because you need to put some of your pictures on there and stuff. People know. Yeah, see your good work. Yeah. Because I don't think I've. I don't think I mean I don't think I've seen any of your like still photo stuff. You
might have. I took all Township photos.
Okay. You know what I did and didn't even know. Okay.
I bought this camera with my own money.
What?
But I was working for the Township with this camera. So
yeah.
I was working for Tiffany. The photos that I took that she was doing a bike ride.
Yeah.
Those were taken with this camera, but it was my quality.
You know what? Now, well, I don't know, because if you tell me, because I like, when you say brought with your own money, like, is that an expensive camera? Like, I have no idea what these run.
This camera at the time was about $2,500.
Whoa.
And this lens was about $2,000.
What? See, I'm glad I asked, because I never would have guessed that. That is a lot.
But it's good. It's a good investment.
Is it?
As long as I take care of it.
That's the thing.
When I make money, I can potentially make my money back.
Really? So what is your specialty? Do you do like outdoor shots or like what is your specialty with still photography?
I like live shoots.
You like live shoots?
Their moment.
Candid? Okay, you like that? Nice.
I haven't done much landscape as far as
Right.
I like capturing people.
Okay, you like people? So okay, nice candid shots. Do you like doing indoor or outdoor? Either or?
I love outdoor when the sun is
okay, right. Because I was just gonna say you could you have to. I mean, you would have to do less to edit it when you already have those inherent things working.
But I'm good either way.
That's what's up. I love it. So you'll be getting a website up soon. You say your website. What is it going to be, or are you changing the?
No, it'll be the same.
What is it?
Nate Fields Photography.
Nate Fields Photography. Just how it sounds, right?
Yeah, you can search it on Google too. You can reach me on Google too. If you search it. Nate
Fields
Photography.
Nate Fields. Okay. Y'all hear that?
Or if you search Nate Fields,
Okay, all right, awesome. Thank you, Mr. Nate Fields. Yes. Okay, y'all. Yes, Nate keeping us entertained. He took us to school with this camera. Yeah, I do not know. I don't know anything about cameras, especially with cell phones taking over. So I thought they were coming out. I saw Stephanie come out. She must have grabbed someone. Okay, it's almost going on an hour. Yeah. She got because this her stuff. Yeah, that's her stuff right there. I don't know where she went. So I guess Nate leaving. Okay, I hope that's them. I just heard. I'm telling you. Thelma. She a YouTuber? She a YouTuber? Oh. Oh. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I be knowing names, faces. I think I've seen her before. I think. Yeah, it's been almost an hour. This is just, ugh. So thanks everybody for hanging in there. I thought that was Cassie crash out for a second. But she walks like a leprechaun. Y'all, thank you to my moderators that are still in here. Y'all hanging out. I appreciate it. Oh, Brooke, I didn't even see your comment. So events, it sounds like he does everything. Mr. LCD, you said let you go back in your corner and shadow. What was you saying? Now I need to scroll the comments. Professional. Okay, I hear somebody. What kind of photography? Yes, definitely professional. I'm sorry, y'all was talking and I was listening and I really wasn't reading the comments. Like, they talk so much during public comment. I mean, not, what am I talking about? I done got delirious. During closed session, like, they've been back there longer than the meeting was going on. The meeting started a little after 7. They went in closed session at 7:40. Something is 8:36. And I hope they come out and take some action. That was the clerk that ran against Clerk Key. She was on Tiffany's ticket. I'm surprised my battery is even cooperating. Well, I forgot. What am I talking about? I do got a battery pack. But I have 2 phones and I have 1 charger. So... Maybe they're coming. I see them looking down there. There's Stephanie. Yeah, the whole crew. Okay. There they go. That was almost an hour. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm still cracking up at Jed having that monkey in his hood. That was so... I said, why you holding your hood like that? He showed that little monkey.
Yes. Yeah. You ain't got to take me all the way. I get out. Girl, shut your mouth. I'm going to drive you to the front door.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. Is that Miss Flo?
I was over there talking.
Oh, no, I thought that was Miss Flo.
I'm staying to the end. What are you talking gotta close this out.
Are those LL Cool J's wife's
All right,
earrings?
coming out of the closed session,
Right here.
is there a motion at 8:40?
Oh, okay, that's how this, it's like that, babes. Okay.
I'll make a motion. Second.
Trustee Wiedemann?
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Pro Tem Gonzalez? Motion passed.
Okay, next item is action following closed session. There being none. Move on to the next item.
How is there none and they've been in there for an hour? Hmm?
Well, I guess I just wanted to say real quick, congratulations to, the new administration coming in. And if there's anything I can do to help with the transition, please let me know. And also, congratulations to Kia, the deputy clerk. She had a baby, early baby boy. So congratulations.
Oh, I didn't know she was pregnant.
I'd just like to say, thank everybody for coming out to vote last week. You know, that we should, I'd like to see the numbers come up. I want to see more people come out and vote, because that helps our area so much, showing that we have people coming out to vote. People come out, obviously, we don't care. We just need more. We need more people exercising their right to vote, and however that may be. You know, so we got so many ways to do it now, whether it be early voting by mail, you know, or the old-fashioned way on election day. But, you know, I've said it plenty of times, as you know, everybody knows, there's power in numbers. It shows that we're involved. It shows that we're engaged, and when we ask for things, whether it be from Cook County or Springfield, it just helps show that we have involved voters. So, like I said, I just want to thank everybody for coming out, and just, you know, just gotta, let's keep coming out. So,
Yes.
all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Right. Anyone else? All right, is there a motion to adjourn?
All right, y'all. So I'm going to be ending this right away because, yeah, it's been a long time coming. Thank you to my mods. Thank you to everybody watching. Thank you to everybody on Facebook, on YouTube. I just really appreciate y'all. I am tired, so I will see y'all at the next event. And I thank you guys again, okay? Good night, everybody. Thank you.